You made it! It's The Great Expanse by JohnBat426 here on YouTube. If you've liked the videos that you've seen thus far, hit the like button. If not, hit the dislike button. Share these videos with other people that you know that like comic book related materials. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, all, so the next time a video is dropped, you'll know about it second and I will know about it twice. Alright? So this article jumped off the screen, okay, and it got my attention. James Gunn reveals when to expect partial DCU slate. Now, a few months ago last year, I made a video about David Zaslav and Warner Brothers saying that they have a 10-year plan. And of course, the only thing that was announced is the plan. Nothing specific, no goodies, no nuggets of information. And I think this was back in either September or October because Black Adam was released after I made that video, I believe, if memory serves, okay? But James Gunn and Peter Saffran, who were recently established as the CEOs of DC Studios, changing the name from DC Films, everyone's kind of watching with bated breath as to what their slate will be. Now, we have a hint that Superman will be a priority, will be a younger Superman. Unfortunately, Henry Cavill will not be playing that Superman, and a lot of people are not happy about that. All right, but James Gunn is trying to distance himself from the Snyderverse, okay? So let's just chew the fat. Well, no, we're going to read the article, then chew the fat. The website is Game Rant, okay? And the author is Daniel Pacheco Munoz, all right? Okay, James Gunn plans to announce new DC Universe project soon, but that does not mean his complete plans for the DCU will be unveiled. Daniel, we're aware of that. That's why I said partial. Okay. While addressing a fan's tweet, James Gunn revealed that he and co-CEO of DC Films, Peter Saffran, have already plotted out the next 8 to 10 years of the DC Universe. He also stated that reports of Wonder Woman's exclusion from the first few years of the franchise were inaccurate. Alright, so we got a nugget right there. Wonder Woman will be a priority in the first few years. Gunn and Saffran have been running DC Films since late last year, and although his tenure has been somewhat controversial, some people, such as Shazam star Zachary Levi, have come to Gunn's defense. Thank you, truck, for driving me past. Much of the controversy has been based on recasting certain characters. For instance, Henry Cavill was announced to return as Superman before Gunn and Saffran's installation, but it quickly became clear that Cavill will not be moving forward as the character. And that still kind of gets me a little bit, because he was promised something. He walked away from The Witcher. I mean, Henry Cavill's star was on the rise. Apart from being Superman, he was also in Mission Impossible Fallout, which was the 6th installment of that franchise. And so he walked away from that with the hopes of playing a... Remember, I did a video about that right here on The Great Expanse by JohnBat426, being a more hopeful Superman, and it was snatched away from him, and I do not like that. But I understand, and Henry Cavill understands that as well, that James Gunn and Peter Saffran are taking the DCU in another direction. And that's a hard pill for me to swallow, okay? Gunn took to Twitter to quell fan concerns over DC Films' future slate. When asked by a fan if his planned slate was only 3 years long, as some reports had suggested, Gunn refuted that notion, explaining that 8 to 10 years of the DC Universe had been mapped out. Gunn also stated that some of these future projects will be announced later in the month. This is the month. January 2023 will be big for the new DCU of DC Studios. Okay? I will post the tweet. It'll appear here. Alright? Or it's probably... You can probably see it while this is going on. Maybe. Gunn also squashed rumors regarding the Wonder Woman situation earlier in the Twitter thread. Following Wonder Woman 3's cancellation, reports began circulating that claimed Gunn would not feature Wonder Woman for at least the first 3 years of the new DC universe. Gunn shot that rumor down wholesale, saying it was not true. First 3 years, we're going to get some Wonder Woman. Alright? However, it's unclear how Wonder Woman will feature in his plans. Gunn had previously stated that Gal Gadot was not booted from Wonder Woman. Okay. However, his wording did not specify if Gadot had left the franchise on her own accord, as if it was an amicable and mutual decision for her to step down from the role. It is possible that Gadot could continue playing the character in a potential reboot, but nothing's confirmed. The future slate of the DC Universe is unclear, but a few ideas are floating around as to what Gunn's plans are. When Gunn announced that he still wanted to work with Cavill on other DC projects, he also announced that he was writing a new Superman film that would take the character back to his younger days as a fledgling reporter, Clark Kent. That film may be one of the first movies in the new DC Universe. It's also possible that Blue Beetle, slated to come out this year, will have its place confirmed as part of the new DCU. Until the announcement, however, everything's speculation. And this is going into Shazam, Fury of the Gods, which I do not want to go into. And that is the end of the article. So we didn't really get... Well, no, we got a boatload. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman? Maybe. We also know that the meetings that James Gunn and Peter Saffran have had with former Snyderverse characters, mainstays. Ben Affleck is a mainstay as Batman. Gal Gadot mainstay as Wonder Woman, and Henry Cavill mainstay as Superman. And also Jason Momoa's Aquaman. He's a mainstay. They have been amicable meetings with all of them. And James Gunn and Peter Saffran have stated to each one of them that they want to work with them. They want Ben Affleck to direct something. They want Henry Cavill to be a part of a new project. And I'm sorry, I also forgot Dwayne Johnson. Even though there have been some headlines about James Gunn being The Rock's enemy, but that might just be capped from authors, okay? But we got some nuggets about Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a character that has been criminally misused. Can you believe the first Wonder Woman live action film that we've gotten was in 2017? And the character was established in the 40s? Amazing. And in my opinion, she was the best part of Batman vs. Superman. I said that in the previous video right here on the Great Expanse by John F. 426. But James Gunn and Peter Saffran, they have their work cut out for them. They really do. Because now there's a petition going around. DCU fans want Warner Brothers to sell the Snyderverse to Netflix. The Snyderverse does not want to go away. I mean, DCU fans do not want the Snyderverse to go away. And I look at the Snyderverse as an Elseworlds universe. Alright? Because it's out there. It's wacky. You know what I mean? Like the whole nightmare sequence that we see first in Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, and then we see it explored a little further in Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League. So fans still want one of my best friends, okay, somebody that's probably closer than a friend, said that they want the Snyderverse sold to Netflix. So a lot of people still have a heart for the Snyderverse. I'm not talking about the crazed Snyder fans, but just the ones that appreciate. I am a Snyder fan. As I've said before, I am a Snyderverse fan. But I understand why DCU is trying to distance itself from the Snyderverse, okay? But I'm looking forward to what James Gunn and Peter Saffran are going to announce later this month. And I'm an optimist. But as I've said in previous videos, James Gunn, Peter Saffran, you got to hit home runs with everything. If this lineup does not sound like a home run, I mean, I don't have a hammer. I'm not going to drop the hammer on you. Or I don't know who would be in a position to do that. Maybe David Zaslav. But announcements have got to pop. Production projects have got to pop. Your handprint has to be on everything now. Flash movie, which is coming out June 16th, 2023. Blue Beetle, which is coming out August 18th, I think, 2023. I'm not sure where Shazam stands. Fury of the Gods. Their handprint has to be on that movie. You've got to, like I said, they're trying to distance themselves from the Snyderverse, but you've got to invite fans to the new DCU. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which is going to basically tie up the year in December. James Gunn, Peter Saffran, your handprint has to be on that movie. Because knowing that the DCU has been established with new figureheads in charge, I don't know how the audience is going to receive these last few Snyderverse movies. I don't know how it's going to be received. I mean, they might look at Aquaman and be like, well, we know it's going to be his last movie, so it's like, what's the point? So you've really got to do your homework. You've really got to just be aggressive about marketing and promotion for these movies, so that indifference doesn't set in, so that apathy doesn't set in, so that complacency doesn't set in. Because you want these fans that love the Snyderverse to come with you. You do not want to alienate them. Okay? Because you see how hungry they are for the Snyderverse. You want those same fans hungry for the DCU. Alright? And I hope you guys liked this video. If you've liked it, hit the like button. If not, hit the dislike button. Please write a dissertation in the comment section. If I've said anything that sort of you agree with, or anything you disagree with, put a dissertation down there if you need to. David Brent, let them know where their comments go. And The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 will live up to his name and expand. It's in the name.